Hey there everyone. I'm updating for 6 weeks. So this is day 42 with my Bell's palsy. And I got some interesting revelation yesterday, or this weekend actually, when I went home for a wedding and I showed my mom these bumps that I've been getting on my back, and I've got a bump here on my cheek, and I've been getting them on my neck and all along my upper back. And most of it's on my Bell's palsy side. And I said, what do I do about these pimples, Mom? And she's like, those aren't pimples. You have the chicken pox. And I was like, oh. So, the chicken pox virus, and then I thought, and I was like, how would I get the chicken pox? Well, 3 weeks before I got Bell's palsy, Colin and I, my husband, went to visit family, and one of his cousins, his son, had the chicken pox, and I thought, I remember his wife saying, maybe you don't want to come visit. And I thought, well, why? We've both had I've had the chicken pox. Colin says he's not going to get the chicken pox. So I'm like, what's the problem? Well, apparently I ended up getting the chicken pox again. So this is my second time getting this herpes zoster virus, and it's no fun. If I had known that there was potential Bell's palsy in my future because of being in contact with chickenpox, I would have never ever gone to visit them. Like, as much as I wanted to see them, it's not worth this kind of pain or this kind of stress. So speaking of stress, I guess it's one thing that's good about this is that I'm probably not, my case may have been set off by stress, but because I was already in contact with herpes or the chickenpox virus, chances are I would have gotten Bell's palsy anyways. I think the stress just kind of set it off and allowed everything to kind of progress the way it has. And then because I was never administered or prescribed the antiviral medicine at the time that I was diagnosed with Bell's, I ended up with chickenpox. So now I've got all these bumps appearing, which sucks. But luckily for me, they don't really hurt. They kind of hurt, but they don't ooze, and they're not like the typical herpes looking blisters. They're just kind of, they look like pimples on my body, but unfortunately they don't really react like a pimple. If you pop it, it doesn't have what a pimple has inside, and it doesn't go away. It just kind of sits there, and then it will heal up just because that's what your skin does, and then it'll come back. So I've had, I think, a couple outbreaks of the chickenpox, which is probably because I've been spreading the virus around because I didn't know any better, and I was probably trying to pop the virus or pop the pimple. And yeah, it's kind of gross. So anyone that has Bell's palsy, and if your doctor tells you that you don't need the antiviral medicine, you tell him otherwise, because it is a bit of expensive drug. I think for the 7 days, if I didn't have benefits, it would have cost over $100 Canadian. But if your health is worth anything to you, it's worth $100. So yeah, I would wish that would have been offered to me sooner, but I guess better late than never. So after 6 weeks, what's one more week, I guess. Unfortunately, I would have already been probably halfway towards recovery by now, but so be it. This is how she goes. For me, anyways. So what else? So for the next week, I'm going to stop taking the Ageless Extra because basically I'm still viral, and I don't think that Ageless Extra can do anything for me when I've got a virus in my body. So I'm going to stop taking it because I really want to see if it will have any effect on improving my condition once the virus is gone. So I'm going to stop taking that for now. I'm going to continue taking my vitamin B. I've come to the conclusion that for me, taking vitamin B mega doses every other day works better, and I don't end up with those weird cramps that were going on in my abdominal area. So every second day I take a mega dose of vitamin B complex, and that's been going well for me. What else? Oh, that's about it. I feel pretty good. I ended up with a sore throat last week, but I honestly think that I just kind of came into contact with something, and because my body is having a really hard time fighting this virus by itself, I'm pretty much susceptible to anything at this point. So, I mean, considering I've still got the virus and I haven't really, treated the problem yet, I've come a long way. I think my face is kind of sprung back to life, and I have a little bit of movement in my cheek, so I can't complain, I guess. But I do hope that with the course of 7 days of the antiviral, we'll be seeing some progress within 2 weeks, once my body's kind of fought off whatever it needs to. So that'll be awesome. I can't wait. I'm going to show you the progress or the lack of progress in my face since the last time that I videoed. Alright, this is my blink. I really don't think that the blink has improved at all. My eye movements. My smile. My pucker. My eyebrows. My nose. And let me see if I can do it this morning. A little bit of cheek movement over here. Did you see that? I think it moved. It is really tough, really hard work to make that cheek move. We'll try one more time. It's like a fraction of a movement. So I have to be happy about that because I am still sick. So yeah, I'm going to give the vitamin or the antiviral a week to work. And hopefully by the next time I update, all these bumps are gone and I'm seeing a little bit of improvement. So thanks for watching, and anyone that does have their own case of Bell's palsy that they're concerned about, make sure that you're on your prednisone as soon as possible, and make sure your doctor gives you the antiviral, because honestly it took me this long to remember that I had been in contact with chickenpox. So at any point in time, if you were in contact with someone that had shingles or that had chickenpox, it's possible that you got the virus too, and that you don't just have Bell's palsy, but you actually have Ramsay-Hunt syndrome. And it's nice to know that you have it, but it's great to get the drug to help you kick it. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself, and if your doctor tells you otherwise, make sure that you do your research and come to your own conclusions at the same time and bring those concerns forward. Otherwise, you may be struggling like I have been for a lot longer than required. So anyways, thanks for watching. I need to go get ready for work now. So I just thought I had to update because lots has been going on, and I want to make sure that you're all aware that sometimes it's not as cut and dry as you think. So take care, and I will update again soon. Ciao.